Welcome back guys in this today's chess video. So here I have brought you a beautiful game played by Praggnanandha and the opponent is Sebastian Siebrecht with rating of 2371 and the Praggnanandha with rating of 2645. It was a rapid game with 15 minutes and 10 seconds increment. So here the white was to the Grandmaster Sebastian. He starts off the game with knight f3, which is a ready system. Knight f6, the book moves, and on the next move, Praggnanandha is planning to fianchet the bishop. So from this position, after this move, these are some developing moves. And here, the main motive is to remove this knight and to push this pawn forward. After takes, bishop takes, knight takes, and this rook takes. This rook got an extra empty file to attack. So from this position, d5 is happened. The knight jumps to b4 and attacks this queen like this. Okay. After this move, he attacks like this, and white moves the queen, and he steps back. So here, not going for directly this, first removing this knight and adding one defender to this pawn was the best move, or as per chess engine recommendation, as you can see the green arrow, this move was the best move. So let us look what happened was Praggnanandha took this, black with Praggnanandha and pawn push, and after knight moves, the pawn again attacks, and now this knight jumps here with only one supporter. So here he can also move his knight on any of these squares like this, but it would lose a tempo. He can also move on this on the next square. No, he can't move because this square is covered with our bishop. So we can develop our attack with this move like this bishop and this rook, but he didn't spot. And the best move from this position for Praggnanandha was this, but he missed that and played this knight. And again, this was an interesting move, knight h4. C captures d5, which is a great move. And bishop captures h5 is a mistake. White has to consider the c captures d5 move. But let us see what happened at the game. D captures e4, knight captures c4, and knight to b4, attacking this queen. A great move by chess.com. So this queen moves. You can see what it does. First, this queen. Yes, I thought of this move, which steps back this queen and also defending this knight. So this knight deflects this queen from defending this, not like this, like this. So here the best move for here white was not to go on this. To go on this was a nice square for this white queen. But let us look what happened at the game. What was happened at the game was, yes, after this move, queen moved here, queen e2, and knight was attacked. So here a3 is interesting move because after I take this knight, he take this knight, and somehow we can save our bishop like this. Go here, and double attack this. So to jump back the knight was the best move as per chess engine recommendation, but happened was this, and again knight drops back, and again that was a great move. Don't know why chess.com is giving the pawn move and knight move as a great without attacking any piece or sacrificing it. So knight jumps back, star move, and again knight goes here, attacks this queen, decaptures c4 and castle. So this, if you are observing from many time, this bishop is not being taken. Can you look why? If this, if this happens, instead of this move, you can see he can capture back, attacking this. So once this steps back, you can see we can go on any either of their squares, and we can go here. We can develop the queen and the rook battery, and you can see on the next move it's the checkmate, and you have no defense for this checkmate. So from this position the bishop can't be taken. So here this bishop was kept here only. I think the white must have been saved this bishop, but he has to sacrifice his bishop, not our choice. On the next move he captured castle, and finally this bishop was taken after moving this rook from this file, because it's a semi-open file. After moving this bishop, this knight, and you can see this queen can double up here and checkmate this king. So after black castle, this rook is no longer on this file, so this bishop is taken and queen takes. Can you identify the next move? Yes, which is this, to attack the multiple times. After knight takes, we have this move, after which he takes it, and we can gain this queen. Not gaining, this bishop is defending. So let us look what happened in the game. It was f4, e6, bishop b3 attacks this knight, and here you might think this move can be considered because it forced this both rook and bishop. So but one thing you are forgetting, this black queen is on an open file. On the next move this can be threatened like this, and once this queen steps back on any of the other move to keep this on this diagonal, you can see he can save his bishop like this. So this knight is no longer, it is of no use. So this move was not played in the game. In the game, it was played knight f5. Praggnanandha played it because after trade or any of these pieces, you can see this knight is covering this, and you can see if this knight comes back, this is a checkmate. And you know, if this knight takes, you can see this knight was covering this, so that will lead in a forced checkmate like this, or any of the moves will lead in the checkmate or a decisive material exchange. So let us look at the game. So he captured this, sacrificing this square, after which Praggnanandha took the advantage. After this move, he takes the knight, gives the check, and the great move. Yes. After which it is forced to go here, only one legal move, and then he captured the knight. I think the most valuable move here is to save, to defend this both of his pieces, but here the Sebastian Grandmaster blundered with this move, rook f2. Can you spot it? Why? Yes, let us say after this check which happened in the game, you can't play this king e2 which would win a rook which was happened in the game. And if rook plays here, you can see this is hanging, and this has to move, and you can see we can develop this rook, and we can also threaten a checkmate, or yes, we can threaten this without going for this rook. Can go this check. After king can't move here, since his rook is hanging like this, we can take it, and on the next move this queen can come in between, so he can lose his rook like this way with the bishop. And after this move, after this after this check, if king moves here, you can see this check, king moves here, and again this check. So you can't go here, here also, here also, here also, and that is a checkmate. So in few moves he can lead in a checkmate. So here, from this position, after check, king moved, and Praggnanandha took the rook, and from this position, Grandmaster Sebastian Siebrecht resigned, because the game may have continued like this. After takes, he can take the rook, the queen takes, and you can see there's no option but to resign for white, because he has lost his both the rooks. He has this bishop for a bishop, queen for a queen, and two rooks, extra two rooks. Praggnanandha has won, and you can see he is 10 points up like this. So from this position, Sebastian resigned. So if you like this today chess video, please subscribe to our channel and like this video because it had took a lot of